Hey everyone, Chrissy here, the Real World Witness. How is everybody today? It's nice to be back, back online after my 9 days of crazy without internet. I tell ya, I mean, I like it in some ways and I don't like it in other ways. Is all I'm saying. Well, I'm waiting for my guest to come on. He hasn't arrived yet, but I wanted to give you a couple of updates. One is okay, the deal on my book. So the book is coming out. The book, the online book launch party. If I can get that right. It's going to be May 20th, so a month from today. And if you are interested in going, I'm going to be sending I'm going to send evites out. Okay. And everybody that signs up on the Kirsten Kelly Chronicles website, uh, puts their email on, you will be entered to win some prizes. They're pretty cool too. I'm putting them together. It's going to be exciting. So anyway, so that's on May 20th, and it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. I always get that so confused. But anyway, yes. And so it will be then, and I'm trying to line up some people. I'm trying to kind of figure out how it all works because I don't know anything what I do with it. But anyway, but the other thing I wanted to tell everybody. So I've sent I've sent sort of a preliminary book, copy of the book while it was at the copy editor. And I learned after talking with Amazon Publishing that apparently you can't just put like a review up. This is like so stupid. I don't know. Of course, it's they want to make money. Whatever. Anyway, they're telling me that in order to write a review of the book, you have to actually buy the book, which is a bunch of BS. I say. But anyway, so we will see what happens with that. But I just wanted to let everybody know I still really look forward to people who are reading it. I still would like the feedback. And I will post some of your comments maybe on my author page, I think on Amazon once that's up. So anyway, the other thing I was going to tell everybody is that it's going to be available to be pre-ordered, I think, on May 11th, which is the Friday prior to, I think it's the Friday. Hold on, let me look. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. So so it'll be available, on the 12th, which is the week prior to the book launch party. So it's going to be available to be on there. They're basically, what's going on right now is I've got Amazon Publishing. What they're doing is they are actually creating the physical book itself, and they are creating my author page, and I don't know what else they do, but they're going to basically optimize it, or with all the keywords and all of that. So anyway, so that's what's going on with that. And I think it's going to be fun. So we shall see what happens once that thing done. I'm just more anxious for people to see if they like it, if they have fun reading it. I mean, really, that's. I mean, yeah, there's some truth in there, but it's facts fused with fiction. So it's going to be interesting to see what you guys all think. Hi, Ocean. Hi, everyone in the chat. Yeah, my guest hasn't shown up yet, but I assume he will shortly. I did confirm with him yesterday. So my guest is going to be John J. Davis. He had a near-death experience. It's amazing. I found him on Next Level Soul, and I don't know if you guys watched that, but it was so interesting to me. He had he remembers everything, which is kind of interesting and unique from other people that have had near-death experiences, because I watch a lot of them, because it fascinates me. we all want to know what happens when we leave this earth plane. And so anyway, so it was very interesting. So as soon as he logs on, we will go on. And the other thing I wanted to mention is definitely if you are looking for sage, crystal, candles, go to Harley Ray Boutique, Harley Ray Crystal Shop. They use RW Chrissy and get 10% off of your purchase. So I want to do a shout out to them. I haven't really been able to see them lately. They're kind of around, but anyway, shout out to Harley Ray and Team Harley Ray over there. So anyway, so yeah, so use RW Chrissy when you order your stuff, and you'll get 10% off. So that's really cool. So I don't know where my guest is, but hopefully he's coming on shortly. So what does everybody want to talk about? I mean, there's so much crazy going on in the world. I think the message for this show is going to be, listen, the physical world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters really is the love and the memories and the people that you touch and help here on earth. That's it, because that's all you take with you. You don't take all these people that are so money hungry and they're very they're all about money, making money, and themselves selfish. You know what I mean? We all need to start helping each other, and I think that's where we need to go at this point. We need to start thinking on a bigger level, because the world, this little piece of land that we're on here called planet Earth is like minute compared to what else is really out there in the universe. And as far as I understand, there's millions and millions of galaxies, and it's so interesting to me. And to say that we're the only ones out here is, I think crazy, because obviously there's a lot more out there than beats the eye. So, and I think too, we have to learn to connect with God, Source, Jesus. We have everybody on earth. I think the main problem that I'm seeing around these days on this planet Earth is that because we're in this matrix that was created for us from these people that are, all they care about is their artificial intelligence, AI, world domination, globalist, whatever. Because we're in that, and that's all we know, we are not even aware that life is not supposed to be in a box. Like, we're in a box right now. A lot of people are. I don't think the people watching this show and my friends, we're not in a box. But most of the people on the planet Earth are in a box. They are, because we're all kind of enslaved in the matrix of which they have created for us, and that includes just everything, the banking, everybody's talking about the banking system, the cryptocurrency, blah blah blah. You know what? Money doesn't freaking matter, people. Honestly, maybe because I don't have money, I'm not worried about it. But the fact of the matter is that money is just a way to do things that are positive, to put out and help humanity. That's how I view it, or I've always viewed it, really. I've got family members that all they think about is money. They're just like, it's just ridiculous. I'm just like, we need to because you can't take it with you when you go. This world, this life is very small. It's very short in the grand scheme of things. And we all have to start sort of changing our mindset, I think, into, what do we want to leave? What do you want your imprint to be on this? Because the next generation inherits everything. So if in fact there is a, new world order and all of that stuff going on, you don't want that to happen. You don't want your niece. I don't want my nieces and nephews to live in a world where these people are in charge. So, while we are thinking ahead of time and thinking more along the lines of not 3D, more like a 5D, more like we need to ascend, we need to think of different things, try to get our mindset situated so that when everything crashes, we're not going to be devastated, right? We're the ones that are going to be the ones that are going to pick up everybody and rebuild. But, you still have to think about what you want to leave, what your imprint will be at the end of the day. And so that's what I think we're at right now. Hey, Joe. Joe's cleaning up. Are you cleaning up after the doggies? Every single time he's always cleaning something up from those dogs. I swear, it's so funny. Anyway, so I don't know where my guest is, but I emailed. So this is interesting. So we'll see. I'm beginning to learn that apparently. Hey, Soul Therapy Lady D. Hi, Soul Sister. What are you doing? So, yeah, so my guest hasn't shown up. So I'm beginning to believe that it's a possibility that maybe we are, I don't know, maybe I'm not on some list. I'm not in the club. So maybe I don't know. I'm beginning to get to wonder, I love George Carlin. If you guys haven't seen George Carlin before, everybody needs to go and watch the old videos of his comedy act. It was epic. Yeah, it's a club and you're not in it. I loved it. So anyway, so we'll see. But anyway, so I think, like I said, the message today is to live your life, I think, as you would want to leave it behind, There were some of the things that are so interesting about his. I'll just talk about his NDE because I don't know where he is. He hasn't shown up. So whatever, we can go on. Near-death experience. He had it when he was 21 years old. And what he said, this is what's so interesting to me, and I think I've told you guys this before, but it's the when I was, let me think, I think I was 14. My Nana, my mother, my grandmother, I was very close to my Nana, my father's mother. Very close to her. I'd go over to her house almost every weekend to sleep over, and stuff like that. Anyway, she died, and when I was 14, and then I think it was like about a year later, I had this dream that I was talking to her. I was in a beautiful, beautiful courtyard. And the funny thing is like, I don't really remember actual, like, colors. What's the matter, Oscar? My cat, Oscar, he's making his appearance, everybody. Mommy's working, honey. Stop. Anyway, and I was in this courtyard, and we were sitting on like, those old cement style benches, the benches with the big tables, ornate tables. And I remember the table had like, those little teeny, I want to say, how when they inlay little tiles in the table, it was sort of like that. And I remember I was sitting and talking to her, and she was asking me like all these questions, talking, just telling me about everything. I was telling her about what was going on. She was asking me. I remember her asking, "Okay, well, how's your father? How's your uncle? Blah blah." And we were going through, and what are you doing? I just remember those questions. And then she said, "Well, let me take you around." And the only thing that I was able to retain till this day, and this dream that I had is very, very vivid, even to this day. It's like I had it last night. I had a dream, and we walked across the courtyard, and we kind of went around to the left, and then to the right, there was like a huge classroom. And I remember we peeked in, and there was somebody teaching the class. It was like a big blackboard, and somebody was teaching the class, and I didn't get to see like how far back it went, but it was so amazing. I was like, I just, and so anyway, and so I got the feeling, I think I was, she said something like, well, people learn in here. People learn in here. And then that's the only thing that I remember of my visitation that I had with my Nana. But like I said, to this day, it's like I just had the dream. So interesting. And I think that the main thing that John was saying in his talking about what was going on and everything. He talked about how like there were different buildings. Yeah. He said that like a lot of the buildings, he explained a lot of the buildings, how they were big. They looked Greek, like those big Greek buildings with the pillars, like the what is it that he explains a lot of the buildings that he was taken to, and he was taken to, and the other thing that I thought was so interesting. So he was taken to a room that had like monitors all the way around. Okay, and what it was it was his life up to that point. He was 21 years old, and what was interesting is it was his life review, but it was more like they were just saying, and this is where we do our life review. This is where we do, this is where people learn. And then he said they showed him an area where there was like library type, a big, huge building. And he said there were people that were actually watching events that happened on this earth, this planet, in like little rooms. So you know how like in college when you go and you study, you go to the library, and then they have those little rooms that you can like close the door and study in. He described it like that. So I thought that was very interesting, that you could pull up any kind of event in history, basically, and on Earth, and watch it like a documentary type thing. And the thing that I got most off of that is that he just, I kind of think, he was shown this stuff and allowed to keep it because he retained 100% of his experience on Earth, and I mean in heaven. And usually, when you have a near-death experience, you might get a snippet back. You might like. And the other thing that I thought was interesting about it was that he didn't have I guess apparently it was like some type of a moped accident, and he said all of a sudden instantly, how usually they say that they float out of the body and all of that. He didn't have that experience. It was like he was instantly taken, and he was standing in a big huge room. And I thought that was interesting because it's different than other NDEs that I've seen. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know where he is. I resent him the link. So apparently something must have happened. I gave him my phone number, so I don't know what's going on. But I guess I'm not worthy. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, so I will just continue to talk about some of the things. Okay, so the other thing that he talked about was, yeah, he said I really wanted to ask him about this. I really wanted to ask him about, because he said he had a guide with him, but I didn't get the feeling that he actually knew him, and he didn't like know. He also said that the people that this is what I thought was so interesting. He said that he saw, other people. Obviously, there's people everywhere, right? But they looked like themselves, so looked like people, human beings, like they are here on Earth, but they were different, so they were sort of, a different, I don't know how, but it was so interesting. He said they were different, but the other thing is, it from a lot of the other NDE videos that I've seen, I see that they have, the people say that they have the choice. So as I understand it works, I mean, we have no idea. Um, so, as I understand it works, would be that we're all souls, right? Like, that's how I look at it. We're all souls. We all have a soul. And our soul, our energy, our soul is energy. But what he saw was that we were just like people, and I've seen this too. People say that, yeah, you look like you're 30 years old again. You're imperfect. You're your perfect self, right? Because you're your higher self, and you're. But as I found it so interesting that he saw all different, like, ethnic backgrounds, people that are black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever ethnic background you might be from. And I always pictured it that, not that everybody's white, but, just everybody is just, it's a soul, it's an energy. But I guess that's not what he saw. He said it saw that it was all different people. And so I always thought that, you choose your life, right? We know we have a soul family. So you choose your life, and you choose what things you want to go through. You choose your family. You choose, everything is about the choices that you make in the free will. So I thought it was so interesting, because I always thought that, okay, you choose that you want to be born into a black family or an Asian family, or whatever, Indian family, whatever, and you choose like what part of the country, that world, that you want to be in. So I thought that that would, I get, I guess that's not it. You are who you are. I guess as you are on earth, you are in heaven, I guess. So anyway, I don't know, but that's what he saw. And so that was, yeah, that was a little bit mind blowing for me, because I was like, what? The other thing is, he talked about, yeah, he said that this was so interesting. So he died for 7 minutes. He said he died for 7 minutes, and but it felt like he was gone for way longer than that, because they were showing him around. I don't know how many buildings they went into. They went into a whole bunch of buildings, and um, it was just so crazy that it was 7 minutes that he was out, but he felt like he had been gone like for a very long time. So time does not work the way that we think it works, which I already knew that, but it was so great to hear him say that. And I've heard that on other near death experiencers, that's what they say. Like, some people, they're gone for 45 minutes or an hour. They think they've been gone for like days and days and days. So time is just different. And hi, Honey Holic. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming, Moonchild and Ocean and King of Cups, Lori, everybody, Joe, my soul sister, Lady D. So, hi, Brianna. So, anyway, that was another part of it. And then he talked about, like, okay, so then he talked about soulmates, which that really piqued my interest, because I'm still single. I'm still looking, I guess, apparently. But he said that no, like you have your other soul. Your soulmate is actually there, or could be there. And he said there are like books that they keep of everything. I mean, everything is documented, and everything is there are books. And he said that there was a book he went to open. He saw the name Nina, I think it was, or something. Anyway, he saw a woman's name on there, and then he tried to open the scroll or the book, and it closed right away, because he wasn't allowed to have that information yet. And apparently there's huge libraries there. Pretty much anything that you want to learn about is there. There are, what else did he say? Hold on, I have so many notes. Um, yeah, the other thing that he talked about, because he was asked about the yeah, I mean the life's purpose. So yeah, he talked about past lives. Let me talk about that because that was so interesting. The past life thing is we've all had past lives. He said that he saw that he was like he was like a way back when he sold like had a wheelbarrow with shoes and he would you know sell shoes to people in his village. One time he was another past life he was a fisherman. He would feed. It seemed like he was always helping somebody, helping his community in the past lives. But he said we do have past lives, and he was Catholic when this happened, and his family very devout Catholic. So the concept of past lives was like so foreign to him, and trying to put that in context at the time. I mean, you remember he's only 21 at this point, so just so amazingly interesting when he talked about that, because I've always wondered. I mean, I think in my past life I had to have been an oppressed person because I'm so against any kind of control. I don't like that. I'm a sovereign person. I make my own decisions. I'm very strong that way. And so I always think that maybe possibly, um, you know, that in a different life that I must have been oppressed or something because, uh, I don't know. That's how I feel, and because I don't like to be controlled at all, and I think that control is enslavement. So must have been I don't know what I was, but I do believe in past life. Um, he talked about the purpose on our purpose on life, which is so life on earth here. Um, he said people come to earth because they want to experience hardship. He talked about the fact that this is the hardest place to come, I guess, in all of the realms, all of the universes, whatever. This is a very hard place to be. And I really believe that. I think it's because vibrationally we're at a very low level. The way that he described the people that he saw in heaven, they were just very different being, they were us but higher level us, right? So I think vibrationally, we are obviously, in made in the image of God. So I think we everything gets suppressed here and dumbed down here, and I feel like it's like a sludge that you have to live through. However long you have to go through it, and so that kind of resonated with me when he said that that we come here, and he said that when people come back to heaven, when people are arrive, people go through their, I'm going to say transition. I'm not going to say death because the main message that he had was that there is no death, that we are ever living beings. We will live on. This life is very temporary. It's about helping people, touching people's lives for the better, making things better for people. And it's not about monetary gain and control and power. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to learn here to grow spiritually. So when he said that, when he talked about the life's purpose was to experience hardship, I found that so really resonated with me, and it kind of made me feel like, okay, well, the different things that I've had to go through, I think that these are things that obviously I chose before I caught here. These are the things that I wanted to go through. So, that's another another aspect of what he talked about was very interesting. He also said that he described the other side as like a perfect planet. So he said that there's no war, no hunger, no disease. Um, and my question to him was going to be, do we get to that place? Do we get to ascend without actually, going through the quote death here on this earth plane? Because that's how they've been explaining it for such a long time. Like that's what the ascension is. The ascension is that, we're, it's the better place. We're not going to, there's going to be no physical problems, no medical problems. It's just going to be, we're all going to be able to build a new life and blah, blah, blah. So I'm kind of confused on that. I really wanted to talk to him about that. But, hopefully I'll be able to get him to reschedule. I don't know what happened, but yesterday I confirmed he was going to be here. And then anyway, so yeah, so I was going to ask about that. And then, you talk about, he talked about, yeah, I wanted to bring up the people, the bodies again. So the way, and it's so funny because, Delphine and Joe and Dennis and I were talking about the paranormal and the supernatural yesterday. And so, I was confused because he said that, we are all bodies like us. And I do know that we are because I know of other NDEs that people have had. You see friends that you see, you recognize your ancestors, you recognize your guides, and all this. So, but he said we are energy, but we are kind of another level of it, I guess, is the best way that I understood what he was saying. So, and then he also talked about, let me see what else. He said that okay, he said at one point before he went, okay, so he was clinically dead for 7 minutes. And when he woke up, but just before he woke up, he said he saw a man, he said he saw a being coming towards him that had brown hair, was wearing some type of I think he said it was a white robe with a gold sash, gold sandals, and the sandals, like they had laces that went up his leg, sort of like I pictured more like a Greek attire. And he said that he said somebody told him that's Jesus. And he said he couldn't see his face because it was so bright. It was so bright and it had a lot of light beaming from it. And he said, and Jesus told him to tell people that there is no death. That was what he was supposed to tell everybody. There is no death. So I was going to ask him, how did you hear him? Is it in your mind or, and then I wanted to ask him about like who his guides were, because that was interesting too. Because as I recall in the interview, he talked about that there was no, I don't think he knew who his guide was. I don't think he had a familiarity with him. But that was another question that I was going to ask him about. So, and he also talked about, yeah, I was going to talk to him about religion, obviously, because, that's, and Christ consciousness, I was going to ask him about that. Yeah. So it's so very interesting. I think, too, where we're at in today's world, there is a, about the Great Awakening. That is part of all of this, that the Great Awakening, I think, is currently we're in the middle of, okay, people waking up to the way our world has been controlled for hundreds, if not thousands of years by these evil people. And we are now, there's so many people that are like paying attention, which is finally, because people have been asleep at the wheel. I mean, listen, everybody wakes up on their own accord, right? But it just seems to me, with everything going on, like, to me, when the lockdowns happened in 2020, and then even now, I went to the doctor yesterday and they're making us wear these, and I said, "Oh, so you're still perpetuating this big lie? Is that what you're doing?" I mean, I was just so mad. I'm like, these people, they need to. It's one thing to like ignore, but it's another thing when you have to deal with these people. And I mean, every single person at that clinic was wearing one. It's like, I mean, it's 2020. We're 3 years out, people. Anyway, it's mind blowing to me that people are still not wise to what is going on in the world. And I think that while there's a lot of people waking up in the Great Awakening, people are turning to God way more. I mean, there's so many revivals out there all across the country. The Jesus movement, the Jesus movie, that was fabulous. If it's actually, I think you can buy it now. It's on Amazon. Everybody needs to go and see that movie. But the one thing that I caught in the movie, which I did not like, is this shows the duplicity of the individuals that are making these films. Okay, you have a whole movie about Jesus, the Jesus movement, how the people that were doing the whole drug scene in the late 60s, and the hippies, they were searching for, what they were searching for was basically God. That's what they were searching. They wanted that connection with God, and that's what this was about. And the whole nation, they had, Time magazine came out, they did a spread and all that. And it's just so interesting to me that in the middle of this film, so they had like a scene at like a outside in it's like supposed to be the high school, and there were a bunch of teenagers, and they were sitting around, and they were listening to people get up. They get up and talk, and I'm from the oppressors, black guy up there, right? I'm an oppressive, I'm from the oppressive slave, uh, my ancestors suffered, but, I know, whatever he was saying. And then he says, "Oh, look, look, that one of the Satanists wants to talk." Gets it. And then they're like praising the baddie. I'm like, what is this? Like in the middle of a Christian film like that, that shows how the duplicity of it. And, yeah, Lady D, you should see it. It was so freaking good. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy it as soon as I can. I want to buy the CD as soon as I can because it was so good. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, and so, uh, yeah. So anyway, so my point is that the Great Awakening is happening, and I think people are changing their mindset. They're realizing that their whole world is about to change. Everything that we knew is going to be different, but we can create what we want out of our life. You don't have to be in the matrix of what is that they want to do with the cryptocurrency, the new, all that crap. I mean, we're above all that, and I'm just sort of at the point where I just really want to tell people, it's like, this is what Trump has said in the past. If you go and listen to some of his speeches, and it's true, the outsiders are the ones that make the most impact for the for the greater human good. And it's true. It's true. We have to like start remembering that, in this crazy world of, like me even trying to get a guest on. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I can't seem to get anybody on. I mean, it's like I'm not in the group. I'm not in the club. So apparently, so whatever. That's just not I just keep thinking that's not my path. My path is something different, but I'm still going to do what I love to do, which is, write and talk to people, and that's my thing. So that's fine, whatever, it is what it is. But it's just it's frustrating to tell you the very least. I don't understand what the problem is. I mean, I've always given my time very freely, and it just seems to me, if you're not on a list of some sort, you can't get guests on. I never had a problem with that before years ago. I mean, I used to book politician people in the that were in the in the in the political realm. I used to, book people for my friend Doug's show. He's on YouTube. I mean, this is like, it's crazy that I can't get these people on. I don't understand what the problem is. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm a little annoyed, but that's okay. Whatever. It is what it is. So anyway, so I think the main message is, and what I'm trying to do here is, we have to rise above all the crap in 3D and just know there is a better place. There is hope. It is going to be, heaven is a wonderful place, and the only way you get there is through Christ and our relationship with God. That's it. And everybody's relationship is different. I don't think we all have one, way of doing it. I do my little sage and I pray every single day, multiple, sometimes if I feel like I've got some negative energy or something, because I've been feeling that lately, that I do my little, I do a whole thing where it's like I rebuke negative energy, whatever. So, and so that's kind of where I'm at with everything. As far as that goes. So I think it's just mindset, learning how to love everybody. And Jay, none of us are in the club, apparently not, but we reach who we're meant to reach and reach who. You're right, Jay. That's why I'm like, you know what? I keep hearing in my head. I always hear when I get aggravated with, it's not your path. Stop worrying about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. It just bugs. It's not that I'm worried about it. It just, I don't understand it. It's like, if you just said, fine, I'm sorry. If someone would just come out to me and say, hey, listen, you're not on our approved list, I would have said, well, okay, great. Thank you. Just be honest with me. I don't care. It's like, it is what it is. It's just so annoying. I know, Lady D. I'm hoping something there might have been a problem, maybe, because I think he has a family, so maybe that was it. But I don't know. Anyway, so that's okay. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm good. It's all good. Um. Anyway, so in the end of all this, basically, it's just about love. It's about the fact that there is no death. We do move on. We have spirit. We are sovereign beings. We are we have a spirit. We do go from here, and this is a learning annex. Definitely a learning annex, because if it was me, like, it's so funny because I look at, like, okay, so I have a really good friend of mine, Andrea. She lives in Florida. And I've known her since I was 18 years old. When I first moved to Florida back in '87, I used to work for like it was like a retail store, and I was a cashier, okay, and she was the bookkeeper. And then I was there. I was going to college, and then after my second year there, I think it was there, like, or on the second year I was going to be at this place. They said, hey, would you be an assistant bookkeeper? I said, sure. And so my friend, she has a very easy life. Like, when I say that, I'm not saying she had to go through some medical things, okay, like horrific. She had breast cancer. She'd call me like every time she was in chemo. We went through it together. It was hard because I lived in Seattle at the time, and she's in Florida. But she was sort of like my older sister, I would say, kind of person. And it's that, she's okay with the status quo of, like, just going to work, and she's been working at the same place since 1989. And she's okay with that, and she found her soulmate. She's been married to Ted since 2000, and she's just got she's got a great family. There's none of this, like, I have so much strife with my family. It's like crazy. There's like all these crazy, anyway. She doesn't have any of that. They're all very, together. She just goes through life, and so I kind of think, and I'm wondering if, like, when you're up there, maybe you say, well, I'd like to just decide to experience life on Earth just easily. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if like you can just come down and say, well, I just figured I just want to indulge myself in what this, like, what Earth has to offer, and not have all these different things. I don't know. I always wondered about that. And then there's other people that I know that have it, when I say easy, I mean, they've had their own little struggles here and there, but for the most part, it's not as tough as like some people go through. My niece has gone through a lot. I mean, my sister, her mother died when she was 12, and then we have it was such a crazy family situation that, um, she went through hell, my niece, but now she came out the other side, and she's like a strong woman. She'll accomplish the world, let me tell you. She's amazing. She's got two little girls. She's married. So I think that, maybe we choose our what we want to go through and experience here, so that then we can go back there. He also said, this was the other thing. He said, John Davis, he said that people, when they return to heaven, it's like a celebration. Oh, hi, you made it. It's like everybody's really happy about it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They're all like, wow, you just came back from there. Like, it's such a hard, I think vibrationally, I think it's a very hard place to be in, this earth plane. He talked about it was like one of the hardest places to be. He also talked about the fact that there are millions and millions and millions of planets and universes all over the world. I mean, all over, like, that we can't even fathom. And there's life on many of these planets, different different beings, different types of beings. So I thought that was so interesting because, we know about starseed, we know about, I think some people, some of these beings are created. It's fascinating to me to realize that. We're just like we're just a little teeny dot in a huge, huge thing. And it's not about us. It's about, I think, love. It's about, helping one another, leaving what is your imprint that you want to leave on this earth once you're gone? Do you want to be known as, money hungry, power, all about this stupid AI crap? Humans are bad, humans are hackable animal, whatever these lunatics that have all this money and these government contracts have. Or do you want it to be more about, listen, I accomplished this and this and this, and I brought a little bit of joy and a little bit of positivity to others? And I think that's what our lives are supposed to be about. That's what I think. So yeah, so that's what I think, and I don't know where my guest went, but oh well, that's fine. I'll talk as long as anyway, I wanted to maybe pull a few cards, and I just wanted to ask the universe, what message do you have for the soul tribe today? Given the topic that I've been talking about, what message do you have for the soul tribe today? Let's see. What message do you have, soul tribe? Here we go. Let's see. Wow. Okay, so the message is, get ready. Hard times are coming. Change is coming. A quick change is coming. That Trump and the White Hats are in control. It's going to change everything. It's going to change the dysfunction, and it's divinely guided to bring us some kind of fulfillment. We're moving away out of troubled waters, okay, to a new life, okay, with divinely, it's divinely guided, and the bad is coming to an end, the hardship is coming to an end, truth is coming out. So that's what I got. So get ready for a quick, swift change. Trump and the White Hats are in charge. It's going to affect many people, okay? It's going to bring out a lot of dysfunction. It's going to be, I'm thinking seven countries are going to be majorly affected by this, okay? But it's divinely guided. We're going to get fulfillment. We're moving away from troubled waters. It's partnership. It's divinely guided. It's going to be good for everybody, for humanity, okay? It's going to bring the hardship to an end, and truth is going to come out. So there you go. That's the message from universe, everybody. So I guess that's pretty much it for today. I don't know what else. Does anybody have anything they want to say or talk about in the chat? The CDB, what is this? I tried the CBD frequency video and had to turn it off. What is that, Chuck? I think you got to be careful with frequency stuff, I really do. I think that frequency stuff really does affect people more than you know. I know I tried one frequency type thing over the group thing, and I was out cold. Like me, I don't sleep very well. I get maybe like 2-3 hours a night, and I was out cold. I was like dead out, and I did not dream. Now I dream almost every single night, and I remember most of my dreams, okay, or I have a memory that I dream, and I did not. Was I right, Lady D? Did I read that right? I was hoping she was going to say if I read it right. Hi, sweet ginger cake. Pull on the money situation. What? What money situation? Pull on the money. All right, I will. So anyway, but I tried one of those things, and I got completely. I was out cold. I felt like my energy was sucked from me. So you have to be able with frequency and like therapy thingies. I don't know. I was a little bit nervous after that. Okay, so Lady D wants me to pull cards on the money situation. What kind of money situation? Like what's going to happen, or what are you thinking of, Lady D? What are you thinking of, Lady D? Frequencies do affect us. Yeah, it does. And you know what? I've noticed I've been having headaches way more often, and I don't know if it's the 5G towers or what it is, but man, it is really, really bugging me. I'm just like, so I did awesome. Woohoo! I'm getting it. Slowly but surely, Lady D. So what do you want to know about the money, Delphine? Should I just ask? I'll just ask generally what's going to happen with the money. What do you want to know about the money? Oh, thank you, Chuck. I would appreciate that. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. It's like, I'm up at I'll fall asleep at like 11, and then I'm up at like 1:30 in the morning, and as if it's like, morning, and I'm like, what time is it? It's got to be morning. No, it's like 1:30, and then I'm up. It's like I can't go back to sleep. It just sucks. Thank you, Mama Sabi. Charlie Ward probably has 500,000 followers, 15% of the Earth's population. Wow. Even he isn't a household name. We may know these YouTubers, but no one else. I know that's true, Russ. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. I just thought it would be fun to talk to him because I have so many questions. I just have a whole bunch of questions that's different than like what other people, have on their channel. So that's all. I was just interested in it. Okay, so I guess Lady D wants to know when they will reveal. Hold on. When will they reveal? When they will reveal when the banks are done? Okay, so Lady D, she wants to know when are we going to know? When are they going to reveal that the banks have completely been are completely gone? When are we going to know about the banks? When are we going to learn the banks are gone or done? When are we going to learn that the banks are done? Here we go. Ooh. Well, this is interesting. Hold on. Oh. Wow. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. Well, I think it's going to be soon. I've got the Ace of Cups first, which is, obviously that's fulfillment. So the banks are going to, I think they've already crashed. Okay, they have. And there's two different ways they're not sure which way, how they wanted to basically let the world in on it. Okay, they're grappling with two different decisions. But the truth is going to come out. I got the Ace of Swords, okay? And it's going to be about how bad they were, how bad these banks were. And people are going to be unnecessarily stressed at first because, their money, it's their money, they're freaking out. But they have to be patient. They have to be very patient. It might take, I'm going to say, because this card, I think it's going to take maybe like another 7 weeks maybe before they tell everybody, but justice is coming. Okay. And some people are going to be a little freaked out. It's going to cause some disruption. It's going to cause people to be a little bit, some hardship. Okay. But don't worry because there's a new system coming, a new way of living, a new way of life coming. So that's what I get. So definitely already happened in the background. It's already been fulfilled. They're thinking of two different ways to do it. They're not sure yet. They're trying to figure out what they want to do, how they want to do it. But it's going to bring out major truths. It's going to come out. They're going to talk about it. It's going to be talked about. They are going to come out. They're going to talk about it. And it's going to be how bad they were, how they were all connected to the baddies. Okay. People are going to be all stressed out, worried, but it's unnecessary. They're not, at first. And we have to be patient. It's, I think, in 7 weeks we're going to be told. And there's going to be justice, served on that end of it. It's going to cause some people some despair, a little bit of hardship for just a short period of time. Because, everything is going to be coming out from under that's been hidden for a new direction. So that's what I got. Yeah, I got 2 aces. Can you believe that? Crazy! Do you have any other questions? What other questions do you have? Really, am I? Woo! Lady D says I'm doing good. That makes me feel good because Lady D does excellent. She's really, really good. Well, that's good to know. I'm like nervous because you're in the chat. I don't know what I'm doing. Yay, Lady D. I got the D stamp of approval. So that's awesome. Okay, so does anybody else have any more questions? while I've got the cards out. When will, hold on, let's see. When will we be living from the heart? Oh, I would like, and not have to deal with money. Great question, Wendy. Hold on, let's ask. So Wendy wants to know, when will living from the heart, when will we be living from the heart and not about money? When will the world be living about through our heart versus having to deal with money issues all the time? When will we start living through the heart and not through money? When will we heart and not through money? All right, let's see. Wow. Okay. Well, the money is coming to an end. We're going to have a sudden change. Things it's going to be soon, very soon. We're going to be abundantly living more for humanity, I think. Okay? We're going to abundantly be living, meaning I don't think we're going to have to worry about money anymore. Okay? Because there's going to be an abundance for everybody. There's going to be enough for everybody. Okay? And it's going to be, you know, we're going to be living through, we're going to be able to, basically, I think the way it is that we're going to be able to afford to not worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be able to offer people help. We're going to be able to, you know, do projects, things that helps humanity. Because see, he's like helping people, and it's a balance. So we're going to have that, and it's going to be very soon. There's going to be news coming. That's a victory card. Okay, so we are going to start living through our hearts. We're in the process of manifesting that now and getting rid of the you know, money is everything type mentality. Okay, but there's been conflict, so we're still in the middle of it. So I'm going to say 5 months, because that's 5. I think that's a 5. Yeah, 5 of 1. I'm going to say within the next 5 months or so, hopefully, fingers crossed. I hope 5 months sounds about right. That we're going to have victory. So we're not going to have, so it's going to be coming. It's coming. And there's movement towards it. It's going to It's going to happen. We're going to change. People are going to start changing the way, I think, the way that they think of money, the way that they think that their lives are supposed to be. It's going to be a big change. So that's what I get. How did I do, Lady D? How's that? So good question, Wendy. Anybody else have any questions? Let's see. Oops. I'm trying to see if anybody else. Anybody else have any more questions? Yeah, abundance and wealth, more gardens and less concrete jungles. Amen, Chuck. Or I should say, so be it. You know, it is so hard to get out of that, what do you call it? That saying that, the A word. But I'm thinking that it's a moon. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of an Egypt lore lesson, since my book is coming out and it's got a little bit about it. But am I on fire? Woo! So I was right. I did that right. Good. uh, Hold on, I'm reading. Um, Yeah, me either, Windy Day. We need to like. I'm so done with, the way the world is right now. I could just scream. It's like every day's a new day of crazy. But I honestly, I haven't been really paying attention, to be honest with you. And Janine, Queen of Ravens, she's been in Ireland. Lucky her. She's been going. She got to go to Castle. I'm dying. One day. That's one of my things. I want to go to Israel, and I want to go to Ireland and go through the castles because those are so awesome. I want to go there, and I want to go to Italy. I have all these places I want to go. Maybe someday. Hopefully, if the world changes, I'll be able to. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Yeah, I know. I'm so nervous about it. I'm getting nervous. And okay, so I'll say it again in case you guys didn't. Some of you didn't hear. So so part of the show. I started the show. Basically, my book comes out a month from today, May 20th. I'm gonna have an online book launch party. Okay, and so, if you want to be a part of that and a part of possibly winning some great prizes that I'm putting together, it's going to be epic. Please go to the KirstenKellyChronicles.com and put your email in there because everybody that sends me their email, they're going to be put in for the drawing for the prizes. So here, I will post it in the link. I'll post it in the chat. And I'm trying to figure out. Here's Chronicles.com. I think. Did I spell that right? Yeah, the KirstenKellyChronicles.com. Okay. So, and that's going to be on May 20th. Okay, and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Pacific. So it's the same time as this show. And like I said, I'm going to be giving some prizes away. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. Actually, I haven't figured it out yet. Working on it. But if you your email at that on my website, you'll get the evite for the party, and you will be entered in to win the prizes. And then what else? There was something else I was going to check. Oh yeah. So as far as the book goes itself, so I ended up. This is so frustrating. So you guys know, some of you guys have it. I sent out my manuscript. I gave people a preliminary. I changed the book a little bit, so the actual book that comes out, it's going to have a little bit different, some things added here and there. But I gave out a preliminary copy prior to sending it to the copy editor, so that people could give me some feedback and maybe write a review right on Amazon. Well, I found out yesterday the only way that Amazon will allow you to write a review is if you buy the book, which stupid me, I'm in like 5D mode where there's no money, like you're not thinking about money, but of course Amazon, they want to make money. So anyway, so you're gonna have to, if you want to, if you want to write a review, you're gonna have to, and the whole thing is I'm trying to get 100 reviews on there, because if you have 100 reviews, then they put you on their like top reviewed page, and so then people will see it more, if they're looking for a mystery book with like, sci-fi / romance type stuff. So anyway, so I learned that yesterday. So if you, oh, thank you, Moonchild. Yes, so I don't know if you guys, I did a little mini, like, it's sort of like a little mini trailer for the book on my YouTube. Of course, they gave me a strike. They didn't give me a strike. They gave me a warning, or they gave me a copyright thing, because I used 26 seconds of a song. I mean, really? Is this what we're doing, people? Anyway, so frustrated. Yes, it's BYOB King of Cups. It's definitely BYOB, and I'm drinking that night. I'm definitely drinking. It's going to be part. You guys want to see what I'll be drinking? Wait till I show you this. You're going to be so jealous. Hold on. Jeez Louise. This is what I'm drinking. Oops, on the night of the book launch. Trump Rose. It's a rosé from Trump. My friend gave me for. So there it is. I'm gonna be drinking it on book launch night. Part of me doesn't want to open it actually because I'm like, well, I love that it's it's cool. It's got a cool label, everything like that. So anyway, I think I'm gonna use it, but we'll see. I might not, but I want to. My friend, she had bought herself another bottle of wine, and I tasted a little bit of it. It was really good. So it goes down smooth, man. So anyway, so back to the book. So yes, and so I'm sorry, if you I guess you're going to have to buy the book to put a review. But if I have given it to you and you email me your comments, I'll post them on my author page. Screw what these people think. I'm so sick of having to deal with all these people. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. So if you got the book and you liked it and you want to just tell me your comments, I will post your comments on my Amazon page so that at least other people will see it. Hi, Monique. Hey, Chuck. Forever Free. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you forever, girl. I heard after we get the 11 years of UBI, we won't need money anymore. That's why it's 11 years only. What do you mean by that, Russ? I don't understand that. I'm confused. Since tarot doesn't follow time, what's this? Since it doesn't follow, ask if things will happen by the time the leaves turn color. Turn color where? In North America, Europe, Australia, China? I'll ask for North America. All right, so Russ wants to know if things will happen. Whoa, okay, well, some cards popped out. Hold on. Whoa. All right. All right. Okay, so 3 cards popped out. Let me just start there. Whoa. Queen of Cups. The Strength card. And the Empress. These are all nurture cards, okay? So I would say the answer to that question is yes. Let me I'll pull just a few more cards. Those are all feminine, which I think is so interesting. Nurture cards. So let me just pull a couple more. Will things happen by the time the leaves fall in North America regarding the new banking system and the new system that's coming online? Yeah, new direction. Yes. I'm going to say 3 months. Yep, new beginning information, new beginning. It's a soft yes. We're almost at that point. Almost. So yes, it will. We're almost at that point. We're getting there. So yeah, there's still a lot. There's still some things that they're trying to work out, I think, in the background of all this. But yeah, I mean, basically the answer is yes, because first they got all these nurture cards, fulfillment. She's looking at her fulfillment, okay, and the Strength card, which is like, and the Empress card. They're all nurture. They're all yes, yes. And then I got new beginning, looking out for the future, okay. And new information is going to come out on the new baby system there. We're almost there, okay. and it's going to be it's already happened. See, I get this. It's already happened in the background, and we're still watching the movie a little bit, but it is going to come out, and yeah, there's going to be there's conflict, but I feel like yeah, definitely people are going to have conflict. I'll pull one more. This function, it's going to affect seven. I still keep getting every time I pull this card. It's like I get in my head. It's going to affect 7 countries in the fall. That's what I have. Fulfillment in the fall. Yes, they're working on it, and working on it. Things that have been hidden are going to come to light. Movement. So yeah. So the answer is yes, 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 Russ, yes. Yeah, it is still a movie. I'm so disgusted of hearing that, though. Lady D, she says, I hope this happens before summer solstice. I know, me too. I'm like so over all this. I just want it done already. Let's see. Somebody has a question up here. Universal. So, Moonchild, she's asking, Vicky, you're asking universal basic income? That's not good. That's a New World Order thing, isn't it? Universal basic income is the globalist plan. Well, this popped out. Collaboration. That's a New World Order thing, universal basic income. Okay? It is. Because they want to give everybody like, $2,000 a month, but they want to dictate where you live, and they want to give you ration cards and shit for all your food, water, how much energy you use. I mean, universal basic income, that means that you can't make any money. Like, that takes the free will away of being able to do stuff. Like I don't know. I don't like that. But let's ask. I'll ask. So, is there going to be a universal basic income implemented? Is a universal basic income going to be implemented? That one fell. Is a universal basic income going to be? We'll see. Wow. Well, first this one came out. That's a collaborative card. It's a, divine type card, but yes, partnership. I got a big fat yes on that. Fulfillment, overflowing, and they're still working. We have to be patient for it, it says. Okay. And right now we're feeling restricted, which is very true. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck or whatever it is, right? But yeah, it's coming big time in a creative way. So it might not be what I'm projecting it to be, which is bad. I'm praying and hoping, if the new system comes, and the white hats are running it, then yeah, I would say that it'll be for good for humanity. In other words, we won't have to worry about bills anymore, which would be fabulous. We could just okay, I could sit and write my books all day. That's all I want to do. I don't want to have to worry about, okay, well, let's see. I mean, and it's ridiculous how much we pay anyway with things. It's crazy. The amount of money that goes, I think about it, there's no money that we have that's actually ours. I mean, I pay rent. Every single ounce of money that I have, and the only reason let me just say this, I want to say this too. I'm very, very grateful. I did a dedication to you guys in my book. They asked if I wanted to do a dedication, so I did. But I want to say again publicly, I am so grateful and honored, and you just have no idea how amazing it is that you guys believed in me so much and that you supported me. It does mean a lot to me. This book would not be happening if it were not for you guys, because I would not have the money to do it. I would not. And so I just want to say thank you again. And I didn't mean to start crying. Anyway, I really, really appreciate your support and your love, because it's been amazing. And so anyway, I just wanted to say that. But anyway, um, anyway, I forgot what I was going to say before that. But anyway, thank you again, guys, because honestly, it would not be happening without you. It really wouldn't. And Lady D for pushing me to. I'm telling you, Delphine, you're a force of nature, girlfriend. That's all I know. Taxes paid back to the people, 13 million. Well, I'd be happy. Well, okay, Chuck. All right, listen. Let me ask that question. Okay, let's see if this is real. All right, because I don't know. I highly doubt they're going to give kids, teenagers, 20-something, 30-something people millions of dollars so that they don't produce anything. You got to remember, think practically, because we're still going to need things to work in the world. You're still going to have food production. You're still going to have, because we still need to eat. You still have to have restaurants. People still need to work. So I honestly don't think that people are going to get this $13 million a piece. Not like that. I mean, maybe like, I think seniors, maybe people on disability, maybe people that are maybe a certain age forward, and maybe they might say, okay, well, we'll give you, if you're like 20s, 30s, if you're like, in your 20s or 30s, maybe, and if you're working, we'll give you like an extra, 20,000 a year, 24,000 a year, like an extra $2,000 a month over and above what it is that you work for. But I don't see that. Like, how is that going to, nobody would work? Because then everybody would be sitting home. I don't get that. I'm so confused by that. So let's ask Chuck. I'm going to ask. I'm on a rampage now. All right. So are people going to be given $13 million a piece from the taxes that we illegally paid over the years? Are they going to send people worldwide that paid taxes? Are they going to, those people, the people that we've been paying taxes our whole lives, are they going to return that money to us? Are we going to get $13 million per person? Are they going to return the tax money to the people who have been paying taxes illegally over the years? Here we go. Let's ask that. Let's see what they say. Wow. Surprises me every time. This is our good White Alliance card. Yes, wishful. Something we wish is going to happen come true. And the Trump card. So maybe I'm off my rocker, Chuck, but I guess that's the answer. White Alliance. White Hat Alliance. A wish is going to be granted and fulfilled. And Trump card. So there we go. Wow. So you're right, Chuck. It was me. I'm the problem. You are handling the John Davis notion. Aw, thanks, Russ. Well, it is what it is. It's fine. What am I going to do, We'll just go, hey, he's the one missing out. We're having a great conversation. That's how I'm looking at it. It's his loss, not mine, right? We love you too. I love you too, Russ. Thank you so much for your support. What was this? You heard Chrissy read it, so I thought maybe that's what the person was saying, the 11-year comment. I don't remember what I read, but okay. Oops. Aw. Thank you. Let's see Oh, you're so sweet, you guys. You don't have to say that. I just, listen, like I said, it's his loss, not mine, not ours, right? You guys so much. Thank you for all your comments. I'm just floored, seriously. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Happy anniversary. Oh my God, happy anniversary. 11 years today. We have an anniversary today. April 20th. Wow, April 20th. That's really cool. Well, congratulations, Lady D. Is your husband's not even home. Is he? You're going to have to like have some champagne, maybe do a little phone call or something. I don't know. I don't know if people. Anyway, you met in the you met we met in the cannabis industry. So wait a minute. So that must be my problem. I don't do pot. So maybe that's why I'm still single. That's what it was. I should have. I gotta go to the cannabis places here. There's plenty of. There's like 2 or 3 of them within like a 30-mile radius of me. That's so funny. Yeah, I know. I'll be so happy when we don't have to worry about money too. Oh, you have no idea. Well, like in my head, like this is how crazy it's been for me as far as like with this book and everything. I hate it. Like okay, so I want to, I'm gonna order some really different cool t-shirts, but then, I'm always like everything is like a calculation in my head. You know how that is when you're like, okay, well, can I afford that? Let me think. Now, if I get this many, then it's going to cost this many, and then I don't know how much am I going to have left over. Am I going to have enough to do this? Am I going to have? I am so sick of worrying about it. It is an everyday. It's always in the back of your mind. Instead of just being able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll give you another fantastic example. My mother's 80th birthday is in June, and she wanted the whole family to go to California to some. She wanted to go. My brothers actually planned this big resort thing, and of course, Taylor and I, my niece and I, we don't have money. I'm like, well, we can't go to that. There's no way. I mean, like, what planet are you guys on? They just don't take that into consideration because they have money. So anyway, so so Taylor and I were like, well, we're sorry, we can't go. I mean, if they had planned it maybe later in the year, then I would have time. But any ounce of money that I've gotten is going towards this book. It's not, and I don't have. I mean, you have to buy airfare, and then the place they want to stay at is very expensive. I don't know what they were thinking. So anyway, so then I'm like, well, I'm sorry, and so my mom's upset that we're not going to be there. But she has a family of 4. I mean, it's just me. I'm single, but she's got a family of 4. She doesn't have money either. She's just starting out in real estate. And so it's like I don't understand like why they're so upset about that or not understanding, you know what I mean? It's so anyway, it would be so amazing. Thank you, Lady D. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what everybody thinks once they finish the book. That's what I'm anxious about. I did change the ending a little bit. I love you guys too. I did change the ending a little bit. Uh yes, so I changed a few things, and when I say that I enhanced it, I added a cute little thing in there that I thought for romance wise people would probably enjoy. I mean, it's not like racy or anything. It's just little cute little moments. That's it. But my niece is the one that actually prompted me for that because she's like, well, there's a whole bunch of people in the book. Yeah, book. Anybody know about book talk? I'm telling you, I'm so confused over that. So TikTok, which I don't like, I guess that's how I did the little video thing. If then I couldn't get it uploaded on TikTok, it wouldn't take. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but something's weird with TikTok. So anyway, so then I I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to figure this out. So I figured it out. But you hashtag book talk and you hashtag like all these. There's a huge book community on TikTok apparently. But I don't understand what she's talking about. My niece, she's like, oh no, you gotta get on TikTok. Oh, I'm like, okay, but the videos. I mean, some of the videos on there. I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid. And she's like, no. You have to start doing little videos with like Kirsten and Nate. And I'm like, yeah, but you have to mention the name of the book. She's like, no. She's like, no, you just write like a little bit of take something from the book and then just, I said, yeah, but then you have to write like where they can find the book. No, you don't do that. So if you notice on the little clip video that I made, I'm like, I'm putting Like, it makes no sense. The reason that you have social media is to direct people, like, where they can buy the book or where you can find more information about the book or the character or whatever, right? That's why they do it. So I did a call, you do like a call to action. So she does not understand that. So we had a little, it was hilarious. Anyway, we went back and forth on that the other night at like midnight, where the two of us are like, oh, it was so funny. Anyway, I love her. Okay, let's see. What's this one? Okay, check. Will debts be forgiven? All right, let's ask. That would be fabulous. Okay. Will debts that people around the world hold, are they going to be forgiven once this new system is announced and up and running and implemented for the public? Are debts going to be forgiven? Let's see what they say. Debt's going to be forgiven. All right. Okay. Not right away. It's going to be on hold for a little while. Okay? Because there's some stuff. I think it's not, this isn't the movie, but this is like more like there's some stuff that is going on that has to be taken care of first, that has been sort of devious, or that's sort of what I'm getting on that. And information is going to be coming out regarding the what's been going on as far as this debt, the debt and the system, and that information is forthcoming. But I think, yes, we will. It's going to be give people strength. It's like it's going to come out. It's going to be sort of like a new direction, fit, loose, fancy, free. It's going to be a new thing. We're going to be, but right now it's sort of like hidden from the public for the moment. They're trying to figure out how they want to do it, because there's going to be, you can't just say, okay, all your debts are forgiven, blah, blah, blah. But I think they're trying to figure out a way to do it. They're grappling with it. But ultimately, it will happen and bring balance, and it's divinely guided. So the answer is yes, Chuck. Yes, yes, yes. That was a good question. Let's see. Anybody else have any more questions? Hi, yay, Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Retired folks get $100,000 a year for 11 years. Where'd you hear that? Where'd you hear that, Chuck? I mean, Russ. I had never heard that. Retired people will get $100,000 per year for 11 years. All right, let me ask. Because, well, my friends that just moved to Texas, they'll be happy to hear that. They're both retired. My friend's husband just retired, so he'll be happy because they they live on a budget. I mean, they had to move from Oregon because Oregon's a shit show. Sorry if anybody's from Oregon, but they're horrible. They're still way doing all of the this everywhere and like just crazy. So they're like, we're getting out of here. They moved to Texas, and they so I think it's great though, because they bought 5 acres of property. And then I got another friend, my friend Dustin, that he's been on my show. He just bought, I think he's trying to close on a deal for, I think it was 35 acres or something. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure. I think it was in West Virginia, but anyway. Yeah, so, and they're looking at, he wants to do a whole community thing. See, that's what I think would be amazing. If we got money and we all pool our money together and we buy land and we create our own communities separate from any kind of, matrix, if there is one, or you know what I mean? Like He's going to do a ranch, you know, and then he wants to do with some of it, like do some Airbnbs and that kind of thing. So cool. All right, so let me ask this. So Russ wants to know if retired folks are going to get $100,000 a year for 11 years. Let's see. Are retired folks going to get $100,000 a year for 11 years when the new system is implemented? All right, let's see. Wow. I don't even have to pull anymore. Big fat yes. Victory, yes. Yes. They're gonna, yep. Answer's yes. Wow. Holy moly. That is crazy. So that's a yes, Russ. Wow. I love it. I love it. Let's see. What else? Anybody else have any more questions? Aww. Thank you, Carrie. I love you. You're my inspiration. Are you kidding me? She's my health guru. Anytime she's got me taking magnesium now, and although it's not really helping me sleep, I'm just saying, I just think my system's so out of whack. I don't know what's going on. I think partly I'm stressed out because, with the book coming out, I have so many things in my mind of what I got to get done. And I'm trying to figure out, if you guys know of any podcasts that you think I should go, maybe contact to try and be on. You're sleepy, Carrie. Don't go to sleep yet. Don't go to sleep yet. If you guys think of anybody that you think, because I'm going to start sending some emails out. I'm trying to think. I don't even know who. I'm going to try and find some people in some podcasts in Seattle based, because the book is based in Seattle. See if I can talk about the book. But anyway, let's see. What is Chuck saying now? Mortgages, loans, school loans, credit, debt. So eventually everyone worldwide will be debt free. Yeah. Yeah, and that's great, but you have to have a society that doesn't have the mindset of greed, hoarding, which is what we've had. And everybody's been idolizing these stupid like celebrities and all that crap. We have to, I think those of us that are this is how I'm looking at it. Those of us who are sort of, we know what's going on, we know the truth, we know everything that is, happening, and we're sort of like not of this world anyway at this point, right? I think we are going to have them because we're on the path of, our mindset is just so different than everybody else's, right? That's trapped in this 3D crazy. So I think that would be true then. Those of us that are doing stuff for the good, there's going to be the universe. Let's just say this: no matter what the system is, like the 3D system that they have here on Earth, the universe knows if you're a good person and you have a good heart and you want to bring creativity and positivity, and you want to nurture people, help people, and the universe will you just have to trust that the universe will take care of you. And that's sort of how I've had to live, and it's true. Listen, I mean, so many things have happened to me over the years with my health and other things, and it's just like amazing. It amazes me. There's reasons for everything, seriously. Okay, so King of Cups. Dennis has a question. Will we begin to see tribunals before the summer solstice? So what date is the summer solstice? Do we know? I don't even know. What date is the summer solstice? I have no idea. It's usually what? Let's see. can't believe. Did you guys know this freaking Juneteenth? What the hell is that? Does anybody know? That's so stupid. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Juneteenth. Give me a break. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it on my calendar anywhere. Anyway, all right, let's ask. King of Cups, Dennis wants to know, will we begin to see tribunals before the summer solstice? Will we begin to see tribunals before the summer solstice? Will we see tribunals before the summer solstice? All right, a card popped out. Okay. I'll show you what card popped out in a minute. All right. So let me ask. Hold on. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Okay, so this is the card that popped out, which means the tribunals are still hidden right now. But I got a big fat yes. Creatively, yes, they're going to. It's going to happen before the summer solstice. They're working on it right now. They're working on getting that ready, and it's going to be fabulous. It's going to awaken everybody, new beginning, new, I think, enter a new era. So the big fat yes, Dennis. Yes, yes, yes. That's pretty cool. What did you say? I had to go to Portland yesterday, and finally they aren't. Oh, well, that's good. In the pet store, they went to they had two dogs. One of them, she had to go put him. He died anyway, and yeah, they're making them like. She said they wanted to take. When brought the dog into the vet, this was like about a month ago. She's like they wanted to take him, like they were just doing a taking blood or whatever, to check him, and the guy, the vet was like, okay, well, I'm gonna let's take him in the back. And my friend was like, why do you need to take him in the back? You can do that right here. So she made them do the stuff right there, because I don't understand why they do that. When Oscar, I had to bring him in about 6 months ago. About 6 months ago. Yeah, the same thing. I mean, they brought me in the room and everything, and then it was like, they were like, well, we're going to take him. I said, where can't you do that here? Because they were just going to give him a shot for his stomach, for like a nausea thing. Oh, well, we just always do that. And that was before my friend demanded. So next time that happens, I'm going to make him do it right then and there. Portland sucks. I've never, you know what, it's so funny. I've driven through Portland, but I've never actually been in Portland. I'm very grateful for that. Yeah. Yeah, see, that would be great. Let's see, what's this? Chrissy Q. Okay. Will we see public tribunals and executions before the fall? All right, let's see. Will we see public tribunals and executions before the fall? Will we see public tribunals and executions? I don't really need to see the executions anyway. Before the fall. Let me see executions by the fall. Oh shoot, one fell out again. Let's see what fell. They are on fire tonight. Okay. All right, I'll tell you which one that is. Let's see. Oh wait. All right, so the King of Cups, it's under wraps right now. But the King of Cups is also, isn't that, I'll have to ask Lady D. I think the King of Cups, like, this is sort of like, right now it's hidden. They're working, it's kind of like behind the scenes, okay? And yeah, we have to be patient, okay? And you asked before fall, there's been an agreement made. So an agreement is made. They surrendered, and all the everything they've done, and everything is going to come out. Everything, all the truth and all the hurt and everything that they've caused is all going to come out. And yes, there's going to be movement before the fall, because this is movement. Okay, it's going to happen. There's going to be some, and yes, big fat yes. And I think a lot of it's going to be about the littles. That's what I think these tribunals that we're going to see are going to be about that. So big fat yes, 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 yes. Let's see. You're so cute. You're so cute, Carrie. I don't know if I'm inspirational. I'm a little nuts sometimes. Let's see. What's June 21st? Oh, that's the solstice. Okay, thank you. June 21st. Okay. Open-minded inclusive church that I attended banned. What? Wait, what's this? During the pandemic, the open-minded inclusive church that I attended banned the unvaccinated. Are you kidding me? Required passports. Unbelievable. Oh, see, this is the thing. Let me talk about religion really quickly. I usually don't want to talk about this because, some people get upset, but religion is man-made. It's a man-made control thing so that they can indoctrinate their masses, okay? It's all about control, keeping people away from connecting to God. That's it. Every single person, every single thing that God made, we all have a connection. You have to seek the connection. You have to pray, you have to meditate, you have to gain that connection with God, because he wants that. We are God's children, creator's children. He created everything. And these churches that are, preaching their crap, their woke crap. I have friends of mine who live about 3 hours from me, and they're Catholic. Okay, they're sort of like, yeah, they're Catholic, and they went to the same church for, like, I don't know, 25, 30 years. And then last summer, they changed priests or whatever. They changed their pastor, and he started teaching the woke crap. And they actually had, they wrote, they sent them an email. They taught, they were like, they had a meeting with them. And the guy was like, well, then you don't have to go here. And they said, well, we're not. And they left. I mean, that's how sickening it is. And like the people people are still getting brainwashed. I mean, it's just horrible. I can't, Let's 13 million each may be misinformation. That's okay. I mean, nobody, listen, the bottom line is, and what I want to say, caveat of all this, none of us know what the heck's going on. I mean, the only one that knows is God at this point. I mean, because you've got minions in the mainstream media, right? You've got those people who are, puppeted by the baddies, the bad channel, the mainstream media. And then you've got independent news opposition, that paid opposition. So there's paid oppositions on all sides. So you have to just sort of take in the information and discern in yourself what resonates with you. And that's sort of where I'm at with everything. So let's see. Anybody else have any more questions? I'm just scrolling through. If anybody. Carrie said her mom's church did the same thing. Wow. She even accessed the church directory online. What? Oh my God. Listen, people, if you're being oppressed, and I mean, listen, the bottom line is this, is that nobody can tell you what to do. We are free agents. We are free will people. And yeah. What time? I know it is late. I know my foot is like total ice right now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. But thank you guys so much for coming and listening to my babbling. I'm sorry my guest didn't show up. Hopefully, maybe something happened and I'll be able to reschedule him. But if not, that's fine. We had fun as usual. So thank you guys so much. Remember, please go to my website and sign up to be so that I can send you a for the launch party, the online launch party, and also you can be entered in to win the prizes that I'm going to give away. They're pretty cool. So thank you, everybody. I love you guys a lot, and I hope everybody has a good night. And yeah, so hopefully. I guess I know Lady D, she's doing a show on Saturday. I don't know I don't know, Dennis, are you doing a show again? I don't know, Dennis. Yeah, BYOB. Are you gonna send me some BYOB, Dennis? I'll come by and pick it up. Just kidding. I'm not So anyway, well, thank you guys so much for coming, and I'm sorry that my guest didn't show up, but we had fun anyway, so it's all good. We're the Soul Tribe, right? So, all right, well, I'm out of here. Everybody have a great night, and I'll see you when I see you next. Love you. I'm out of here.